Most professional athletes trying to figure out branding. But Angel Reese, she figured that out before she even went pro. In fact, when you look at her partnerships, her fashion visibility, and her social media reach, she's already built an infrastructure that many NBA veterans are still trying to develop. Today on the Cultural Playbook, we break down why Angel Reese may understand branding better than a lot of athletes who have been in the league for over a decade. Now, most people think that Angel became popular from that one viral moment. You guys remember that viral moment in 2023 when LSU beat Iowa State and Angel celebrated with the whole "you can't see me" gesture? Yes, that moment went viral. It dominated sports talk. It created a national conversation. But if you think that's where her brand started, you're missing the bigger strategy. Because by the time that moment happened, Angel had already built a massive digital and cultural presence. Today, she has millions of followers across Instagram, TikTok, putting her amongst the most followed athletes in all of women's sports. So the real story isn't the moment. The real story is the infrastructure she built around that moment. And that infrastructure, we're gonna break it apart in 4 pillars: visibility, narrative control, cultural positioning, and most important, monetization. Now, Angel did not accidentally become a brand. She understood something early that many athletes learn a little too late. And in modern sports, attention drives opportunity. And Angel figured it out how to build attention long before she even became a professional basketball player. Now, pillar 1. Angel Reese entered the spotlight with an audience already in place. Pillar 1 is visibility. Now, before turning pro, she already had accumulated millions of followers across Instagram and TikTok, giving her direct connection to a massive Gen Z audience. Now, Angel's Instagram followers grew from 70,000 to 1 million after LSU won the national title. Now, during the 2023 March Madness tournament, she gained over 650,000 followers, leading all players. Her popularity resulted in a high-profile NIL deal. And that matters because today's athletes aren't just performers. They're media distribution channels, and brands care about reach. And Angel has that reach. Now, her content strategy was not just basketball highlights. Angel mixed lifestyle content, fashion posts, locker room moments, and personal storytelling. So the combination built something extremely valuable: personality-driven engagement. And engagement translates directly into brand value. Now, this is why companies increasingly partner with athletes who bring their own audience rather than relying on the on-the-court performance. Now, if we want to talk about a moment that went viral, that brings us to pillar 2, narrative control. Now, Angel Reese understands narrative control extremely well. The 2023 NCAA championship moment became one of the most discussed moments in sports of that year. Now, some critics called it unsportsmanlike, others praised it as confidence and competitive fire, but Angel did something very strategic. Which brings us to pillar number 3, cultural positioning. This is where Angel separates herself from many athletes. She understands how to position herself outside of the sports bubble. For example, Angel has appeared at New York Fashion Week. She's attending runway shows and fashion events that connect her directly to the fashion and lifestyle industries. That places her brand in spaces that athletes do not traditionally dominate. She has already opened She has campaigns. She has editorial features. She has major fashion and lifestyle brands seeking her out. Now that positioning matters because athletes who stay inside sports media reach sports fans. Athletes who enter other outlets such as fashion, music, lifestyle, and media reach entirely new audiences. We've seen, this is not the first time that we've seen this playbook before, you guys. We've seen this playbook with athletes such as Russell Westbrook, Lewis Hamilton, and Angel Reese is applying that same exact strategy early in her career. She's positioning herself not just as an athlete, but as a cultural personality. First woman athlete with a McDonald's meal. First cover athlete on Reese's Puffs. First professional basketball player, male or female, to land a solo cover on Vogue. First professional athlete to walk the Victoria's Secret runway. First WNBA player to join the Met Gala committee. Okay, girl. I mean, I didn't even know that one, you guys. Fastest WNBA player in 2 decades to receive a signature shoe. Second WNBA player athlete to appear on NBA 2K Global Edition following 4-time MVP Asia Wilson. If you ask me, that is an amazing person to follow. Not too shabby, 4-time MVP. Global ambassador and creative collaborator for Juicy Couture. Joined the ownership group of Together and made a feature film debut in the Netflix thriller A House of Dynamite. I mean, these are the opportunities that have been happening for Angel before she even became a professional in the WNBA. And this is why people love her so much. Which brings us to our final pillar, and most importantly, monetization. All of this attention you see around her, these sound bites, these fashion clips, all of this attention translates into business opportunities, okay? Before even entering professional ranking, Angel had already secured multiple major endorsement and NIL deals. Her partnerships include brands such as Goldman Sachs, Reebok, Amazon, Coach, McDonald's, Reese's Puffs. So what is the long game? If Angel continues this trajectory, her influence could extend far beyond the court. Because today's athletes, economy rewards those who build multi-platform identities. The most successful modern athletes operate as media personalities, entrepreneurs, cultural influencers, and Angel has already started building those lanes early in her career. She's not just about championships. She's thinking about longevity. Guys, so what is the verdict? Here's the verdict. Angel didn't just learn how to dominate on the court. She learned how to dominate off the court. She learned how to dominate the attention around it. And in the modern sports economy, that skill might be just as viable as the game itself. Now, if I can show you guys one more thing. Thank you for watching our little old show. Angel responds, just let me know if you need me for season 2. Wink, wink. Maybe it was Angel's self-assuredness. Maybe it was the winky emoji. Or maybe it was just cool that Angel Reese watched the show. Now, whatever that reason was, Netflix announced in January that Angel would be cast in season 2 of The Hunting Wives. Now, guys, if this is not a grade A level in branding that Angel Reese is showing us, I don't know what is.